Good afternoon, folks. Andrew Schartenberg, your mortgage engineer. Today is Friday, February 4th, and I'm here with your rate report and homebuyer tip of the day. Today, we're seeing rates on the conventional Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac 30-year fixed loans, 0 points, perfect scenarios. They've increased a little bit, up to about 5%. On the government loans, we're the same as where we were yesterday. So on the FHA and VA loans, 30-year fixed, perfect scenario, 0 point loans again, we're going to be at 4.75%. So rates have jumped a little bit, and the reason for that is the employment situation. That's a pretty big monthly report that the bond market usually reacts to pretty strongly, and the report that came out today was pretty choppy. It indicated a few things. First, there were a lot less payroll jobs added in the month of January than expected. So analysts had expected somewhere around 140,000, 150,000 to be added, and they're really only about 36,000. So that's really small of an increase. And then the unemployment rate, which is the other thing that situation report measures, is that the rate dropped from 9.4% down to 9%. That's a pretty sharp drop in the unemployment rate. So the report today really was mixed, and the bond market is reacting fairly negatively to it. So that's not a great thing for mortgage rates. A couple things regarding that, and it's really hard to tell where that data is leading us. But what it's saying is that I'm thinking the rate drop in the unemployment rate could be due to discouraged job seekers. In fact, that's probably what it's due to. Discouraged job seekers, for you folks out there, are folks that are out of work, that have been looking for jobs and are long-term unemployed and just throw their hands up in the air and stop looking for jobs. And those are a percentage of the people that are surveyed. Secondly, payrolls. There's a consensus out there that the reason there weren't as many added, and when I say payroll, I just mean jobs added, in January, was because of severe winter weather affecting hiring. So we could have a backlog in hiring. Whether that's right, wrong, or indifferent, nobody quite knows the answer to that right now, but that could be a reason. And lastly, wages are up slightly by 0.1%. Meaning that if we see wage inflation, that could lead to wider spread inflation. Inflation is always an enemy to mortgage rates and the bond market. So today, I'm not totally disgusted with the results and of that situation report, and I still firmly feel that things are not so great, and the recovery is not going very well, and that we're going to be seeing lower rates in the future. The 10-year Treasury note today did take a jump because of this, and it went from 3.51 to 3.55 yesterday, up to 3.65%, which is why we see that jump in the mortgage rates today by about 1/8 of a percentage point. So again, it's the end of the week as well, which is another factor to think about. Altogether, I think we may see rates decrease as more negative economic data comes out. So that's rates for today. The home buyer tip of the day is about improving energy efficiency in your home. This is a great way to spend money on improvements to the house and cut down on your monthly bills, and certainly something that you can almost get the cost back dollar for dollar, if not greater, by cutting down your bills. So the top 3 ways, although they can be somewhat cost prohibitive, a little on the expensive side up front, there are tax credits to offset. And if you talk to any builder, you're probably going to want to talk to somebody that's into the green building. And there's quite a few of them out there that are really catching on to this. And your local real estate professionals and mortgage people are going to be able to refer you out to those kind of builders. And they can give you some great info on what you can do to your house to improve the energy efficiency. So 3 good ways are, first, spray foam insulation. Probably one of the cheaper ways that you can go about doing this, and probably the first thing you need to look into doing to decrease the heat loss from your house. Secondly, you can do replacement windows. You can spend a moderate amount of money up to a lot of money depending on what kind of windows you want to buy for your house, but certainly replacing the windows with ones that aren't going to lose heat as much is a good way to go. Windows can get expensive though, as anyone will tell you. And lastly is solar panels. Solar panels have become more affordable, and they're certainly becoming an option for folks out there that want to convert some of that energy, use it, and even best case scenario, sell it back to the power company. So that's it today, folks. Have a great weekend out there. We'll be back with your rate report and hopefully lower rates next week.